Okay, welcome back to another episode of Kevin Teaches Guitar. Today, I'm just going to go over a cool little track by Incubus. It's called Mexico. And I don't know, I just like the track. So I figured I would show people how to play it. And it may not cover every little detail they do. I'm just going to go over the kind of standard single guitar track that you tend to hear. If you wanted to like play it as a campfire song, this will cover it, no problem. And I just want to give some specific detail because the way I play things is usually a little bit different than what the average person does. I'm going to go over it in separate sections. There's three parts to it. It's pretty straightforward, a lot of repetition, that kind of thing. And what I'll do is I'll go through it at full speed, then I'll slow it down, and then I'll try to show you on the second camera and stuff like that very precisely what I'm doing and try to give you a lot more detail. So I'm not going to have any tab on the screen or things like that, but it's pretty easy to follow. So by the end of this video, you should be able to play the song if you play along. So having said that, let's get into it. Okay, so Mexico by Incubus. And, well, it's got a cool opening riff. It starts with you're basically playing a power chord, kind of, on the 7th fret. Keep in mind, this is an E flat, not E. The last one, somebody complained that I wasn't in tune. I may not have been. This one, I just tuned this guitar, so it should be in tune. So, not saying this is exactly E flat, but it's pretty close. Okay, so you're just playing 7 on the 5th string, 9 on the 4th string, and you throw your middle finger down there to the 2nd string, which will be on the 8th fret. If you can see in this camera angle here. And so it starts like... So let me just play through it a couple of times so you get the feel for it. You've probably already heard the song 100 times, but you know, sometimes it's nice to have a refresher. Okay, so like I was saying, you've got this first chord. The second chord is literally the same thing. It's just we got to take the middle finger off. And what I like to do is use the middle finger to mute the low string here. I'm always trying to do that with my other fingers as I go along. So I'm literally only getting what I want to hear. So we don't get that note. Then we get that one and that one. As opposed to if I just let it all ring out, I'll get that extra G or F sharp in this case in there. That's not really what we're after. So I try to be very specific about what you hear in the chord. And it's important to give that a good whack on the top there. Now you notice what I've done here is I still have the same power chord shape. Okay, so hopefully we didn't lose anything there. Suffice it to say, you're balancing a lot of stuff when you're recording videos. So, yeah, just lost my audio, but we're back. So, okay. So on that chord, it's like a C, but basically instead of having this high, doesn't sound right, you want to make sure you get rid of that. And I just put my middle finger up here to make sure that you mute this lower string so that it sounds proper. Again, give it a good whack. And I always do an upstroke on that because I just find it sounds right. And then it's really important on the next part to hit an open E, well, E flat. And I like to slide it slide into that A sharp or B flat, whatever. You'll notice that that's basically the same shape there as well. So they keep it pretty straightforward. What you're doing is you're hitting the same low 2 strings. It's the same pattern, except what we're actually picking on these two is you've got your middle finger down here on the third string, and then we go down to the 1st fret. So I'll go through it again here. Ooh. Didn't pay attention to my own instructions. And then the chorus kicks in. Okay, so the chorus is just an E minor chord. You're just literally arpeggiating. You're picking 6, 5, 4, 3, and back down again. And you're doing a G chord, but it's kind of modified. And all I'm really doing when I'm strumming that is I'm only hitting these top 4 strings. I'm trying to make sure I'm not hitting the B or the E. So and I find it important to pick the way that I'm picking with the downs and ups. Because all the upstrokes tend to be almost like a grace note. So that last part is, so you're picking from the 5th to the 2nd string. And simply fretting the 3rd and 5th, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 5th fret on the 4th string. And then you go to an A minor. And then we repeat. Okay, pretty soon you'll be on the next train to Mexico. All right, and then we have basically like a bridge, which after the 2nd chorus, you go into it, and it starts with a G, same thing as in the chorus, just... So let me just play through it and you'll see what I mean. Oh, sorry, gotta play it properly. Okay, so basically it goes through 4 times, I believe it is. And on the 4th time, the ending changes. Actually, well, no, I guess it goes through 3 times. And the 4th time has a completely different ending. So on the 1st time through, it's... we go to this B5 chord, which is just literally 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 4th fret. And I find it sounds good if you're ringing out strings 5 through 2. And then you go over to basically a B7 chord. And then that's effectively like an inverted C chord kind of deal. So yeah, the rhythm is it's close to the chorus, but not exactly the same. So it ends with like a, instead of a B7, it's like an A7 kind of weird. Into an F power chord. Wow. That's pretty much the whole song. So each section basically has 4 chords. You gotta memorize the 4 chords. And the chorus and the bridge have a bit of a different rhythm. It's pretty square for the intro part or the verse part. So that's pretty much the whole song. So hopefully you enjoyed learning Mexico by Incubus, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.